Alright, so I'm really going to try to make this video without crying. I don't know how successful I'm going to be because I like to be very transparent with you guys, and I never want to get on here and say that I have a perfect life and I'm so perfect and nothing ever goes wrong in my life, because I'm human and I don't relate to people that are like that. I don't relate to people that have such perfect lives. That's why I don't follow certain people on social media, because that's not reality. We're all human. We all go through things, and sometimes life is just really fucking hard. So, I just got lunch, and I just came from a doctor's appointment. I'm really going to try to get through this without crying. So let me back up. I'm a little frustrated with the doctor's office that I go to because, for one, nobody can get it. Can't mess up my makeup. I have to go to work. I'm frustrated because nobody can get any information correct. I show up to appointments and they're like, well, you didn't have an appointment today. And I'm like, what? Like, very frustrated with the place I'm getting seen at. So I have to find somewhere else to go. So you guys know, on September 10th, and I was so excited about that ultrasound because that's when we were going to find out the gender of the baby. So I had an appointment before that where they had to do a little blood work on me. They took some blood and they did another urine test. That was weeks before I had to come back to do the ultrasound to figure out the test of the baby. I never got any results back from that blood work. Nobody called me. Nobody even said anything the actual day that I had the ultrasound. So I'm thinking everything's fine. Everything's good. So there was a little confusion between September 10th, and they wanted me to come back on September 14th, which was in the same week. That was impossible for me to do because, for one, that would have been on a Friday. I'm the busiest at work, so I can't not come in. So there was no way I was going to make that September 14th appointment. No, actually, she called me back that next week and was like, hey, that September 14th appointment was really important. We needed to get you in to get you another ultrasound, and we really need you to see the doctor. So you need to call back ASAP and see what you can schedule to take place of that September 14th appointment. No problem. They got me in today. Today is September 26th. So keep in mind, I didn't get any test results back from the blood work. It's the 26th, and I had the blood work taken actually in August. So today's appointment, I honestly don't know why I need an extra ultrasound. I don't know why I need to see the doctor. So I go in, I do as I'm told. I don't see my regular doctor because I missed the 14th. She wouldn't be able to see me again to October 8th. So I had to see another doctor, which was no problem. As long as I'm being seen, as long as somebody's telling me, okay, you're fine, this, that, and this. So I go in to be seen today. And the first thing the doctor asked me was, did anybody tell you the results of your blood test? And I said, no, nobody ever called me. Nobody ever told me anything. I was actually here on the 10th. Nobody said anything. She said, okay, because they came back positive. And instantly when she said that, my heart sank into my stomach. Because nobody ever wants to hear test results and positive in the same sentence. I really didn't. Especially being 21 weeks pregnant. I don't want to hear that. So I didn't jump to any conclusion. I just tried to listen to what she said. So she said the baby tested positive for possibly having, well, no, she said the baby tested negative for having strands of spinal bifida, and then something else that was, she later explained to me that was really bad because babies only survive like 7 to 9 months after birth. And then she said I tested positive for the baby possibly having Down syndrome. So again, I'm sitting there like nobody could call me and tell me anything or nothing. Like nothing. I didn't receive any information even when I came back to be seen. So not only did frustration set in, it's just like my depression starts kicking in, really bad anxiety. But the doctor was saying it's not definite. It's a 1 in 50 chance. It's not. We're not saying that your baby has Down syndrome, because when you did your ultrasound, everything was perfect. The measurements and, you know, the thorough ultrasound examination was fine. Like nothing was detected. Worried, I'm nervous, but again, the doctor's like, it isn't set in stone. Like nobody's saying that the baby has it, but there's a possibility. So she asked me, she said what they could do was they could do another thorough ultrasound to just check the baby and make sure everything's okay. And it makes sense because when you have a child with Down syndrome, like they're just built differently. Like you can tell with their body shapes and their face shapes and their eyes and stuff like that. Like I would think you would be able to tell in an ultrasound. And she asked me, she said, so are you here today for an ultrasound? And I was like, yeah, that's why the young lady told me when I needed to reschedule that, you know, I needed to get a very important ultrasound as well as speak with a doctor. So yes, I'm assuming today I'm here for an ultrasound. She says, okay, perfect, that would work. Like that's good, because that way we can do a thorough ultrasound of the baby and, you know, just be sure. I don't want you worried. I don't want you going home and, you know, stressing yourself out, which I was beyond that, because I mean, it's a child with Down syndrome. I'm not going to not love her. She's my baby, but it's just scary thinking about, you know, her. And like I don't think about her now. I think about how people would treat her when she's older and they would consider her different. Like I think, me personally, I think people that have Down syndromes are absolute gifts. I think that they teach you, I'm gonna get this out, they teach you about, you know, how to not take things for, I mean, I don't know if you've ever encountered a person with Down syndrome. They are some of the most loving people, and I don't look at them as burdens. I look at them as blessings, because they just teach you so much about life. And I would just be so terrified for her, for when she gets older and she has to experience people that don't understand her and people that will treat her differently. And this pregnancy has been probably one of the hardest things I've experienced in my life. And it's so, like, the only people I've told, of course, are Justin and I instantly called my mom, because I felt so helpless. I felt so frustrated because, for one, the doctor's office is giving me the runaround. Nobody can, like, y'all can't even get my appointments in line. Y'all don't know why I'm here, and then to tell someone that their child may have Down syndrome, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet, and we can't really find out until you come back. When I was initially supposed to be there for an ultrasound, where you could kind of leave me with a little hope of like, okay, is she or isn't she? You know, I got none of that today. I just got more frustrated. Thankfully, the young lady at the desk, her name's Sharon, and this is Regional 1, downtown, if anybody's wondering. Sharon was so, because after I got, another thing, after I got off the phone with Justin told me, Tasha, get your stuff, go to the front desk and get a parking pass, and we're going to find another doctor. I don't want you going there anymore. And so I did exactly what he told me. So as I'm going up to the desk, usually the person that checks you out asks you for your discharge papers. And I said, like, I almost said it to this lady with tears in my eyes. I was like, I just want to go because nobody can seem to get anything right here for me. This lady just told me, the doctor just told me my daughter may have Down syndrome. I just want to go. And she stopped me. She said, calm down. She said, breathe. She said, what's happening? What's going on? Explain to me what's going on. So she calmed me down, and I'm so thankful that she did, because I was so stressed out. So she said, she was just, it's so weird how people are inserted into your life, because she saw that I was physically frustrated, and she said, I'm not letting you walk out these doors feeling like this. We're gonna fix. We're gonna try to fix whatever we're gonna try to fix for you to walk out and not be worried about that baby in your belly. And I appreciate her for that. But she said, look, I've been working here, and she gave me the old black lady talk. She said, look, baby, I've been here for 30 years, and I done seen it all. She said, I don't want you to go out here stressing about nothing. She said, your baby gonna be all right. And I do. I guess it's just my age. I'm to a point where I worry. I worry about stuff that I have no control over. I don't have any control over the way she'll be born. That's not my role. That's not why I'm here. But I know me. I know whatever I get, I know I'm gonna love her. I'm gonna love her regardless, because she's mine. She came from me. It's just very scary to think about when you know how people are in this world. You know how people are. You know how they think, and you know how they treat others differently just because they're different. You know that. But back to Sharon. Because Sharon gave me like, she was like my grandma. She gave me a talk, and she said, don't you worry, stop worrying. She said, we're gonna get these appointments scheduled. I hate that you had to go through the back and forth. We're gonna get this done. I walked out of there, and I really felt a little bit better, because it just took my mind, like what she was saying to me, it just took my mind off of a lot. Y'all, I'm just frustrated now because I'm still trying to switch over my doctor's office, and I'm coming to a dead end. Nobody is accepting transfers. One lady told me it will be a $300 copayment every time I saw a doctor. It's supposed to be a joyous time, and I'm supposed to be enjoying being pregnant, but I'm frustrated. I'm tired. And having to deal with this today just put me in a whole different mood. Like, I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna be so stressed out about this. If y'all have any positive vibes, please send them my way because I definitely need them.